Well, good day, YouTubers, friends, and family from across the world. This is Mike with Morning Dew Daily Events Worldwide, September 3rd, 2018. Welcome to another surviving day on this planet. And here we are, yet another predicted earthquake, 5.7, Bristol Islands region. And if anybody has been watching my videos in the last few days, I predicted an uptick in seismicity throughout this area. And this area is known to have the Michael volcano, one of the many islands in this stretch, the South Sandwich Islands. So there was also a 4.7 following the 5.7 today. Pretty active day for earthquakes all through South America as well. Bunch of 4s ringing off from Chile to Peru, Ecuador, straight moving north. Jamaica 4.7, San Carlos, wow, 4.3 here in Canada. Bonavista, Vista, Canada, just off the coast of Newfoundland. That's right, a 4.3 earthquake off the coast of Newfoundland. So yeah, Antarctic plate is, or sorry, the Arctic plate, the Atlantic plate are really shaking right now. Russia 4.7. And throughout today, Papua New Guinea and the Mariana Islands popping off again. 5.5, 5.2. Very deep earthquake, almost 300 kilometers in the Tonga region again. And Kyrgyzstan. But yeah, these notable earthquakes in the Atlantic Ocean, south and north. 5.7, South Sandwich Islands. Just going to show you here in the Pacific Disaster Center. It gives you more of a pinpointed area of where it is. So 5.7 off of Bristol Islands here. I'm going to show you exactly where the Michael volcano is. So yeah, earthquake 5.7, 133 kilometers north-northeast of the Bristol Island, South Sandwich Islands. Now this one here is I believe Belinda, Mount Belinda, and then right beside Belinda is the Michael volcano, right here. This is the Michael volcano, Staunton Island, Saunders Island, sorry. So yeah, stay aware and prepared, folks. These earthquakes are happening in diverse places. They're happening everywhere, and they're happening now. And look at these cold temperatures. Look how far north those purples are reaching. Africa. Very close. There are some frigid temperatures being recorded in the Antarctic Circle right now. And I'm going to get more in depth on our Arctic Circle and our Antarctic Circle in one of the videos coming up this week. Because a lot is changing drastically in both hemispheres. So the tropical storms we're looking at in the Atlantic, we have Gordon and Florence. In the Pacific, we have Olivia, Norman, and Jebi. Now Gordon, I predicted would become a tropical storm, and I predicted that 3 days ago. So bang on again. Weather forecasts are getting pretty good. So, looking over Pacific Disaster Center here, just looking over the most recent warnings going out. Some tornado warnings in the States, 5.7 Bristol Island, floods in Vietnam, China, and also Pennsylvania. Few alerts for volcanoes. But yeah, we still have a lot of fires burning around our planet as well. And I'm going to get more in depth in another video this week, so look forward to that. We're going to get to weather right here with the 5-day forecast from Meteo Earth, and looking at the projected forecast of the life of Florence, heading a little bit north, so will not be too much of a threat, but the storm behind is the one I'm concerned about. And then in the Gulf, we did have a tropical storm form, as I had predicted a couple days ago. There was a pretty intense low pressure developing over the Caribbean islands. So this is now hitting Florida and the eastern Gulf coast, Watch for flooding conditions, flash floods throughout Texas. Pacific Ocean, very busy as well. Ophelia and Norman spinning, and yet another storm forming behind Ophelia. So, as I said in a few videos prior to this as well, our hurricane seasons, both in the Atlantic and Pacific, have been really strange. So watch for a very intense and freaky Atlantic storm season to the end of the storm season, as we're going to see some very large storms. And I'm pretty sure the Pacific is squirting out its last large typhoon, and it's heading straight north, which is gonna kinda spell trouble, or maybe an early winter. Look at those cold temps behind in Russia as it heads straight north with very strong winds. That's right, tropical storm winds, because that is the remnants of Typhoon Jebi. So watching in India as well, as the rain has been pretty relentless in northern parts of Pakistan. Watch for flash floods in these areas, and all through this area, monsoon rains have been insane this year. My prayers go out to all the people who have been affected in these areas. There has been millions of people displaced, and probably hundreds who have lost their lives. So please stay aware and prepared, folks, to these extreme weather events and earthquakes happening around the world. Overlooking Europe, pretty cold temperatures. Cooling off in Europe, large low pressure center not able to make it over the BC mountains. Spells some warm air coming up from the Pacific. So later on in the week, we're going to have some pretty nice temperatures. But after that, winter will be here. Large low pressure center developing later in the week. Watch on the backside of that large low pressure center to have snow. So yeah, I'm calling for snow next week here in Alberta. Alright, looking southern hemisphere right now. I wanted to direct your attention to the Bristol Islands area where the 5.7 earthquake was centered. You can see a large low pressure center tracking over it later in the week. But when it gets to the present and recent here, it's just going to switch over. Watch for those tight isobars. Those are really strong winds. And I was predicting that because there was a tight convergence from the low pressure and the high pressure that was in the Atlantic Ocean. So we had the 5.7 earthquake there due to atmospheric compression. And watch for more atmospheric compression earthquakes in these areas and South America, as this monstrous low pressure center is developing in the coming days. 5-day forecast just shows it growing bigger and bigger. It is literally larger than Australia. Pretty crazy stuff though. I'm going to show you here the wind pattern over this area. So watch for an uptick in seismicity, Bristol Islands yet again, and South America. Thanks for watching today. This has been Mike with Morning Dew, daily events worldwide. Stay young and have fun. Stay aware and prepared. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.